Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. How are we all today? Okay, so today is a little bit different. I'm not doing the normal 5-minute workout with you. I am just going to tell you a little bit about myself and my health and fitness journey, really. So, my name is Zara Groves. I'm now 51 years old and I live in a beautiful town in North Wales called Llandudno. I've worked in the fitness industry now for, probably should put my microphone on, for almost 30 years. I did all of my training. Let's put this on so you can hear me better. In Hong Kong, where I lived at the time, and yeah, I basically worked with ladies in different variations of forms for almost 30 years. So up until the age of 41, I never had an ounce of fat on me. I just didn't. I just exercised. I probably was at my fittest in my 30s. I was super fit. Any of you that know that I did pole dancing, I didn't even start pole dancing until I was 35 years old. And I went on to perform in places like Glastonbury and Wakestock and so many events. Um, it was when I was 41, at the age of 40, I've got pictures of me going out dressed as Wonder Woman in the little tiny hot pants and bustier. And when I was 41, I hit a really tough time in my life. I had my own studio, and financially, I just hit an awfully hard time. And eventually, after lots of trials and tribulations with the studio, there were some really, really good times, but there were some really bad times towards the end. Everybody says it's the recession. I don't know if it was or not. And I had to close my doors. And not only did I have to close my doors, but I closed my doors in thousands of pounds worth of debt because I tried to keep going, tried to keep going, tried to keep going. And I felt like the biggest failure in the absolute world. I'd never really failed at anything before. I'd always succeeded at everything I attempted to do. I couldn't even speak about it for 2 years. I couldn't mention the debt. I couldn't mention the failure for 2 years. That's how bad I felt. And at that point in my life, I just didn't care anymore. I felt like the fitness industry had chewed me up and spat me out. I felt like I hated the fitness industry, and I just got into loads and loads of bad habits. I just started eating loads of junk food, like pizzas. I started drinking loads of wine, eating loads and loads of crisps. They've always been my downfall, crisps, and I just didn't care anymore. And in that short period of time, I managed to gain 2 stone. And then I obviously got myself better and worked on myself and my mindset and everything. But then what happened was I had this extra 2 stone. And for the past 10 years, I have done what probably 90% of the female population does at some point in their life is I yo-yo dieted. I would lose, so I went up to 12 stone, and then I would go down to say about 11 stone more, and then I'd go back up again, and then I'd go down again, and then up again. And in that 10 years, only once did I get down to just under 11 stone, and then I went the wrong way again. And anyway, so that was 10 years of my life. And it was last year, a girl who had been about to book one of my programs because she'd heard all about me, saw a picture of me online and decided that she wasn't going to book me because I was too fat. And even at my biggest, I still was a 12, but probably bulging out of a 12, if you know what I mean. And it really hurt me that, one, I was considered fat, and two, that she dismissed all of my years of experience, because no matter what my body looked like, my knowledge has still always been impeccable. I've always trained my knowledge. I've always learned the latest things about nutrition, and I've always kept myself up to date. So I decided, this was in about November last year when this happened, and then I went away for Christmas. And I decided when I came back this year that I was going to put my money where my mouth was. I was going to practice what I preached to everybody else, and I was going to stick to it. So I put myself on my own 90-day program, and I followed it to the letter. And I kept going. And there was times when it was crap, you know what I mean? Oh my God, I think sort of week 5, 6, and 7 into this 12-week plan, I was literally climbing the walls. I was ready to kill my grandma to get my hands on cheese and crackers and crisps and wine. And to help me through it, because obviously I'm a coach, I didn't have a coach, but my brother, Jordan Groves, is a coach. So I would ring him and go, oh my God, I'm going crazy, I'm going crazy. And he would talk me back down and he would get me back to a level. And I kept on going. I didn't give up. I stuck to it because I was determined, and I put the challenge out there that I was going to do it. And I was determined to see this through to the end. And then miraculously, what happened by about week, I think about week 8, all of a sudden it became normal. So the new healthy habits that I'd instilled in myself became my normal daily life. I'd finally broken that cycle of the yo-yoing. I'd gone long enough to get to the point where I was seeing results and it just felt normal. There was a time that week, those 3 weeks as well, which were the struggling weeks that I call, the scales weren't even moving. So I really wanted to throw the towel in, but whenever I set a challenge, I stick to it. So I kept on going, I kept on going, I kept on going. And this is me now, 6 months later, because this all started in January. And some of you will know the story of what's happened to me in the last few months with the probably biggest tragedy I'll ever experience in my life. But because when this all happened, I was 9 weeks into this 12 weeks, and I was determined that I was not giving this up, no matter what happened. And I kept on going, and I kept on going. And this is me now. I'm now 1.5 stone lighter. I'm now back down to where I was in my 40s. My goal now with my own physical body is to push my weights a bit more, so just to build up some more body tone and some more strength. And it's all been done healthily. So even though I talk quite a lot about helping ladies and weight loss and happiness and all that, there is a saying that Kate Bosch used to say years ago, now these are her words, not mine, that nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. And I can tell you what, I will never ever gain that weight again, because now everything fits me again. Because for the first time in my life, I'd never ever tried to lose weight prior to this 10 years of gaining it. And now I've gone the other side. I can promise you wholeheartedly, I will never return, because the things that I've instilled into my life is healthy habits. Everything I do is healthy for me. All my nutrition is healthy. My workouts are what I deliver to you guys. I don't do any more than that, other than go running and swimming in the sea. Everything I do is super healthy for myself, for my health, for my body. So I won't revert. I finally cracked. You must have heard people say that the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you're super healthy, and 20% of the time is when you have the wine and the cheese and the crackers and the cake and all that kind of stuff. I finally cracked it. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you really that, it's a journey. It's a tough one, and the toughest bit of it all is the making the decision, the committing to it, and then the persevering in that initial stages. Because those initial stages are when you're not seeing the results fast enough that you want to throw the towel in. And people used to always go on to me about consistency, and anybody that knows me well is, consistency isn't my greatest attribute. It's something I've had to learn and something I've had to drill into me. But I promise you, consistency is what gets you there. So for you ladies out there, and gentlemen too, I say ladies because that's who I work with, if you want to change, if you seriously want to change, and you have to seriously want to, my motivation was this lady calling me fat, because it shocked me that anybody would consider I was fat. That shocked me into doing it. And then I set myself a challenge. I put it actually publicly on social media that I was going to do it. I told people I was going to do it. Obviously, I followed my own program because I write a program, so I might as well follow my own program. I turned to another professional, my brother, to keep me on track when I was going to fall off it, and kept going. And now it's just normal. Now it's just everyday life. It's just the way I am. So for you people out there that really are not happy right now with the way you look and the way you feel, and let's face it, there's a big correlation between poor diet and bad mental health. What you need to do is, 1, commit, say you're going to do it, commit to it. 2, find a coach, find a program. I'm not saying me, but find a coach, find a program. You need help. I needed help, and it's what I do for a living. It's what I've done for 30 years, and I needed help. And then consistency and be patient. You didn't gain a stone, 2 stone, 3 stone, whatever your weight loss goal is. You didn't gain that overnight. So why do you think you're going to lose it overnight? It takes time. The difference between gaining it and losing is gaining it, you can do it quite mindlessly. You sit on your bum and you put things in your mouth. To lose it, you have to make effort, you have to do planning, you have to move your body, which physically hurts in the beginning, but you can do it. So consistency, and you will get there. All you've got to set to yourself, and you need to, if you think 90 days, I think is a good time, because it's not too long. If I said to you, I've got a 12-month program to get you into shape, you probably would run for the hills, wouldn't you, going, I'm not committing to 12 months. But let's face it, what do you want for the rest of your life? Do you want to be happy and healthy and fit into your clothes for the rest of your life? Or do you want to be unhappy, miserable, and not like the way you look in the mirror for the rest of your life? That's your 2 choices. Yeah? One of the 2. So pick the choice, set yourself a time program, and keep going till the end. And I promise you, you will get there. I promise you, promise you, promise you. Now, if you do want my help, I promise you I can help you. I promise, promise, promise. I'm so confident I can help you that I give you a guaranteed money back. So if you join my 90-day program, in fact, if you join any of my programs, as long as I can see that you're committing to it and following it, if it doesn't work, I give you the money back. That's how confident I am. So if you do want my help, and I will be there to help you. I only work with ladies, unfortunately. Sorry, guys, only ladies. If you do want my help, doesn't matter where you live in the world, because it's all online. All you've got to do is comment below or send me a message. Yeah, so either comment and I'll respond, or send me a message. And I can either send you that message in a written form, or we can have a chat on the phone, whichever suits you best. I promise you it will work. A 7.5 lighter. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you like listening to my story. And yeah, I really, really, really hope I can help you. I really hope you reach out to me. And I love you all lots. And I really appreciate all of you people that follow my social media and listen to me and comment to me. Because when I went through said awful time, which is a bit like Voldemort, we shall not talk about it, there was so many people online that reached out to me and helped me. So I really, really appreciate you all. I love all your hearts and your messages and your love. So thank you so, so much from the bottom of my heart. And now let me help you. All right, everybody. I love you lots. Have the best day ever today. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.